Hi guys, I'm Samantha, teacher from Serbia who lives in Sweden for 5 years, and I already have this channel on Serbian language and also Instagram page, which can be useful for you because you can translate every post with one click, and the link is below. So maybe it's good to follow this Instagram page until I film everything on English. Today I want to talk about interviews in Sweden because I'm someone who changed her career very often, and I worked more jobs in Sweden for these 5 years, and now I have a lot of interviews. Today I had my 6th interview of 9 because I want to change totally my profession. I worked as a teacher for 3 years in Swedish schools, and now I feel it's time to change. Here in Sweden it's very good that people can change jobs very quickly and very easily because there are a lot of opportunities, and between jobs you get an amount of money that you don't need to stress about life. So actually, yes, I'm now inspired to share with you most frequently questions which I got on these interviews those days. So let's begin. Before my first question, I want to underline that time is here in Sweden very important, and it's better to come on time or 10 minutes earlier than to be late. So they will look at you directly on another way if you are late on interview. One of first questions is always, what do you know about our company? And or questions like this, like what was interesting in this job advertisement for you, or what do you know about this job, or those questions. And it means that you need to read a little bit about this position and this company before you go on interview. I forgot to say that a lot of interviews can be online, so or by phone until they need to meet you personally. So now, for example, today in the morning I had one online interview, so it's also valid interview in Sweden. Employer will Google you before they meet you, and you need to be prepared for that. I mean, especially your social media. So your Facebook, your Instagram account needs to be good for job position which you want to do. What it means. For example, I don't put my posts from my night life like public, or for example, I mean, just close those posts which are not so good for this job position. And I know that because when I came on interview in this last school, actually my employers knew already a lot of things about me which were not in my CV. How can you affect our company on one positive way? It's one of the most frequently questions, because every one of us has something which is typical just for us, and no one else can do that on that way like you. So what's this thing which you can give to your employer or that company and which will make they grow? So things like that. So what's your strength which they can use directly? It's not question, but very important is to say that you maybe don't know everything, but you are open-minded to learn new things about everything that's needed for job. Especially if you don't know fluently Swedish, it's very important to know that you are in a process to learn Swedish, and you will learn everything on that level which is needed. References. here in Sweden is very important and very typical that your employer will ask you to leave references from your previous job. It means emails and phones, contacts from your own bosses, from your previous jobs, because they want to talk to them, to see and ask about you, about your previous job, how was it and what can they expect. And it's very common in Sweden, so every employer will leave their contact without problem. Next thing, say that you will be there when other people are sick or when they have sick children and need to stay home because of that. Here in Sweden it's also paid when you have sick children, so it can lead to a lot of people who are at home. So it's good to say I will be here and I will be at home just if I'm sick. So yes, it's a very good promise. Ask when you can expect answer about all process and what do you need to do after this, and yes, what's the next step. And also here in Sweden, to talk about salary is one of the most important things on interview. Here are no secrets about salary. You can say directly which salary do you want, and you can ask if you don't get some information about that, which salary can you expect. In the end, they will ask you, do you have questions for them? And my advice is to have, because they can see that you are prepared for this interview and you are like motivated to get this position. When I go to some interview, I'm always like this, so I have everything, every question written down, and it's like a professional. So it also means a lot for one employer to see that you are very all in this. And the most important thing in the end, but most important, is that your self-confidence and self-esteem is most important thing. Not your degree, not your education, not your experience, no. Self-confidence, self-esteem and your mindset. That's the most important thing which will decide about your job possibility.